welcome to Geekology. I'm David Zabiria.
And I'm Sven Harvey.
And tonight you join us at the wonderful View Cinemas at Star City, where we've just seen Planet of the Apes, the sequel.
Well, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Now, we don't normally see films in 3D.
No. I've still got a headache.
Yeah, they do tend to be a bit headachy, but that's the best 3D film I've ever seen. I'd say it's better than Avatar in 3D.
Well, that's not hard.
Well, no, that's... Avatar was groundbreaking on its time.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen... I mean, I don't see a lot of 3D movies simply because it does hurt. Yeah. Especially with my eyes. But that was very, very well done.
It was.
Because I'm not in pain to the degree I usually am. I mean, I'm only comparing it with maybe 5 other films. But it's certainly better than Avatar. It's certainly better than Hansel and Gretel.
Oh, anything's better than Hansel and Gretel. Now, as you well know, and many of our viewers will also know, I'm a huge fan of the original Planet of the Apes. Yes. This is very different.
Yes.
Very different. And yet, very clever.
Yeah. They
kept it very simple, but with huge character development, which pushed it forward.
Yeah.
Although the special effects were, as I said, they were incredible, and they did make it look very realistic.
Yeah.
This is going to sound really strange, considering that is the case. They didn't rely on it. Now, what I mean by that is not that the special effects were bad in any way, because the apes looked amazing. What I mean is they didn't rely on showy special effects. What they relied on was the fact that they'd made it look as realistic as they could.
Absolutely.
And in 1 or 2 sections, it was eerie how well done it was.
Yeah, I mean, they're certainly pulling on the fact they've got Andy Serkis and other very good actors who can be motion captured brilliantly. So
the range of acting in there, from not only the voice actors but from the live action. It just from beginning to end was wonderful. There was no.
Gary Oldman has been phoning it in recently. Let's be honest.
That was not one of them. No,
that was. I was half expecting him to be terrible, to be brutally honest. But I'm very, very impressed with everybody in that film.
Actually, you know what? The weird thing for me now, trying to think about it, was that storyline, there wasn't that much. When you consider, we just watched over 2 hours of footage. You could bang that storyline out in about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yes.
But the pacing of it didn't feel drawn out.
Quite.
Didn't feel rushed. I mean, I personally think it could have been a smidge shorter.
Maybe.
But I don't quite know where I would have saved the footage
the thing is that everything there made sense and was necessary.
There was nothing extra.
It's very, very well done piece of filmmaking. Yeah,
it's a wonderful piece of filmmaking.
Because at the end of the day, you had the right amount of action right at the right times to intersperse with the, as you said, huge amount of character development.
And there was an interesting, although not much, element of dark humour to it.
Yes.
It was quite interestingly done. So, it's generally, I was just very impressed by it.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, this is the thing is that Planet of the Apes reboots the first reboot should have been brilliant considering everybody involved and was terrible. The second reboot with Rise of the Planet of the Apes, that was outstanding.
Yes.
And wasn't expected to be.
I feel that this is a fantastic sequel.
Yes.
Obviously running on the lines of the second reboot.
I have to say, I'm actually going to have to say this is better than Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
See, I liked the first one, but in all fairness, I think you have to judge them as separate movies from the franchise because it's a very different feel to the film.
Oh, completely, yeah.
Where sequels normally carry on along the original story arc and line, this was a completely different feel. It was set much further down the timeline because obviously for the story to work. It was just a great movie in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm going to quite happily give that 8.5.
I'm going to go straight for a 9.
You're going for a 9?
9 out of 10 easily.
Fantastic. Did you feel there was any specific drawbacks to the film?
I mean, this is the problem is that if I'd seen that in 2D, I've got a feeling I might have given it a 10.
Really?
But
as you said, you're not a fan of 3D.
Yes, some of the sequences in 3D were a bit painful and a bit too much, maybe. But it's still very well done, and that might have. I think that's led me to miss some of the more subtle nuances in the film, possibly.
Okay.
Because there wasn't much subtlety anywhere.
No,
as far as I can see, but that might just be because I need to rewatch it in 2D. To be fair, so I'm going to stick with the 9, and hopefully when I get it on Blu-ray, and I think I will be getting it on Blu-ray, better be a steelbook of it to go with the other one. And maybe we should look at it again when it's out on Blu-ray.
Excellent, that's a good idea. So, 2 thumbs up from us. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and of course there is the Back in the Back campaign. Please join that, all the links are below. Thank you for watching and good night.
Bye.